What's up, y'all? This is Jacob Hardie and
Terrell Foster.
And we are back with another episode of Beyond the Hedges.
Man.
So Terrell, hey,
Texas.
Dog Nation, we just beat the #1 school. What you got to say about that?
Hey, man. All I can say is, people were picking sides.
People were picking sides
for the game. And
100%.
We knew who they were picking. And all we got to say is, once you pick a side,
stay on that side.
Stay on that side.
Stay on that side. And don't come back.
We good now.
Yeah, we good.
We good. We ain't worried about who you picking. We never was. We
Never was.
But when you choose a side,
stay on that side. Ride with them.
Please. That was a game, though.
That was a game. And in all seriousness, all due respect to Texas, great team, all that stuff. We more talking about, the people outside of the field.
Yeah, like for real. Like there's a lot of noise. We do really well with not worrying about like the noise.
I do. Coach Kirby and them definitely prepares for that.
But like it gets to a point, when it's just like all
right. Now you hey. You dragging it.
Yeah, dragging it.
Y'all was dragging it. Y'all was dragging
it.
The disrespect was crazy.
It is what it is. Like, we had a good performance Saturday. We finally showed. We showed a lot about ourselves, Good opponent.
Boy, that defense.
Battle, fourth quarter. Boy,
that defense. Jaywalk. My boy Dalen. Shout out to DMV. Damon.
Michael.
I mean,
how many turnovers we had? We had four.
Four.
Bruh,
Yeah.
I was sitting there. I started
because they're picking 3 fumbles. And honestly, they're DBs for a reason. They played great, but we should have had about 3-4 picks on top.
No. Oh God.
Jacory.
Chris. Jacory.
Bro, all right. No. Chris blew me.
Because he went up like
KT
this.
made a joke. It was almost like Chris said, "Oh, bet, I got it," and then like only went for one hand.
Because he went up there,
He
bro.
got up.
He got up there, man. That
Chris, Jacory dropped one. Raylan dropped one. Damn, backers.
Bro, I'm telling you, I'm gonna be honest.
Did Julio drop 1 or 2? I thought Julio dropped 2. I don't remember the one.
No, the one I only remember the one we got the PI, like where he got the one that didn't get called. Like he went up for it, the post, and bro,
and there was
pretty much tackled him.
Then there was 2. Because there was the other one where he started hitting on his head. He broke on the slant.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I said there was like 4 or 5 picks that we dropped.
Yeah.
Nah, defense played lights out. That was I think that was the defense is like, all right, we still Georgia.
Reasonably, that was definitely the defense's best performance. Like
100%.
Easily.
We held the #1 offense in the country to 15 points.
Yeah, no, for sure. It was definitely our best. And that game was in Texas Stadium. I'm gonna be honest.
I've heard it's insane.
Energy at Texas was different, bro.
I've always wanted to play there, like play a game there.
Yeah, besides the fans, because they had big stadium, fans was rocking. Obviously, there was a bad call. The boys was throwing at the stadium,
bro.
That was a first, bro.
Because Coach Kirby and if you saw Josh Brooks, the AD made a statement about it this morning because that's how they reversed that call.
Yeah,
and I don't care what nobody says. I don't care about your opinion. There's facts. That is an unreversible call. Yeah. Whether you think it was a penalty or not, you cannot. It is illegal to reverse that call in the game of football.
Yeah, that was nuts to me. I was sitting there like when I seen
the fans
when they waved it out,
yeah.
when they waved it off. I said, y'all can do that. Like I was like,
you can't do that. Once they make the announcement is the period.
It is what it is.
Now, if they throw the flag and then they're announcing like, oh, there's no call, then that's fine. But once you say the penalty happened, you can't just reverse a penalty.
Yeah, that was nuts.
That was insane.
I was looking back at the crowd. I was like, oh my God, we had to all back up into the field, like so like no one got hit with that. That was different, bro. That was different. But hey, regardless, Texas Stadium is different. Like they got all types of. They had like drones, fourth quarters.
That
like
Texas football in Texas, like that's insane.
Yeah,
that's why everybody wants to like go to like the Cowboys games. All them stadiums be insane.
Yeah, it's like a show for real.
Yeah, it's an event. It's an event more than just a football game.
Yeah, nah, for real.
It was crazy.
Yeah, you don't got a lot like. Compared to all the other SEC schools, like I'd put.
It might force the other SEC schools to like, not to say step up their game like the atmosphere is already great, but they're like, okay.
I'll put, even though they had all that stuff, I'ma still put them like, honestly, I might still put them second.
Who's #1?
Nothing beats like being at Tennessee, that first play.
Yeah.
Like when we
that
went
noise.
there. That
the one I've always wanted
bro.
to go to because that's the one everybody always says is #1?
Yeah.
LSU.
Oh yeah.
Everybody says LSU is insane.
Yeah.
Death Valley, everybody says that one's insane for some reason.
Yeah, that one would definitely be one.
I want to go to I want to see a game at either City or playing a game at LSU.
Oh yeah.
I've heard theirs is nuts.
It's just so going away games is just so much fun because like you get to experience like you go, especially as a big contender, like you go.
It's almost like going to a new country.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like a new atmosphere. You see different colors, different everything,
different culture. They have
it's almost like a different culture.
Yeah, and they're all that knowing who we are. They all come there like bringing that energy.
Because I will say, last year when we went to Tennessee, I didn't travel with the team, but I had to go do the event for Players Lounge there.
Yeah.
So I went and I was like, I ain't gonna lie, like I'm hating because we're playing against them, but I was like, I ain't gonna lie, Knoxville is a pretty cool place.
Yeah.
I'll say I talk trash, but I will say Knoxville is a cool town.
Yeah, I ain't never been.
Knoxville's a cool town.
Yeah, that's what's up there. That's what's up, man.
So what were the other big games? Really?
Tennessee versus
Tennessee,
Alabama.
Bama.
Tennessee, Bama,
bro.
I came out the game and I'm talking to my dad and someone to my left says like Tennessee beat Bama. And I said, huh?
Bro.
I said, really? That's nuts.
I'm not even gonna talk trash, but it looks like Bama put everything into playing us.
Yeah. they do too good.
They put all the. I'm never. I'm just gonna say what it looked like.
You keep it.
It looked like they put all the hair power into playing us.
It was sweet.
And they just depleted, bro. Like,
was it really that bad?
Bro, they don't look like the same team.
That's nuts. Actually.
They don't look like the same team. But they gonna figure it out. They're
a good team.
They're a good team. They got the town. They got the town.
But like, I mean, Tennessee. I mean, let me not downcredit Alabama because Tennessee. Let's not act like Tennessee's not a good team. Like Tennessee is an SEC.
They're SEC school. They're SEC school and they got a good offense.
SEC school.
They're always explosive.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the game yet, so I'm not even.
But I was surprised. I will say
from
that.
What they were performing.
How they were performing, and how like they just look. I was like, bro, like it doesn't look like the team they were the first couple weeks. I'll say that. There's definitely been a drastic drop. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to discredit their players or their coaches because they clearly have a good team. And at the end of the day, they beat us.
Yeah,
you got to go in that respect. But they do not look like the same team from the first couple weeks.
So with all these different teams like winning and losing specifically in the SEC, like how do you think these rankings going to show up? Like how this play?
The only thing that's going to be weird for me, what I'm thinking is, I just realized this which I should have known. Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily the top 4 teams get in the top 4 rankings. It's the
top 4 conferences.
Conference champions.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that kind of changes it up
it does.
Because unless one of them top 4 teams, unless one of them conference champions unless all of them conference champions are top 4 teams already, like they had Iowa State say if Iowa State wins the Big Ten. Or the Big Ten, or whatever they're in. Whatever conference they're in, they're like, oh, that would push back like these other schools who are ranked higher, but if they win, it's going to push it back, which then is going to cause more pushback for everybody else.
Yeah, because we talked about that at the end of the year. Like Coach Smart like explained briefly
the playoff format
like,
and how it would look.
New playoff brackets will work and like how people will be ranked, like those top 4 and then everyone else behind that, and it's just like. Especially when you got a lot of competition, specifically SEC, and like you can say whatever about the SEC bias, but like if we be honest, like
I said, look at the league.
If we be honest, if we be honest, like it just is.
Your favorite NFL team has more SEC players on it than any other conference, and you can say what you want, but it's a fact.
That's what it is. But like you got Vandy who's beating Alabama. Tennessee being Alabama. Who else? But Tennessee hasn't lost a game yet, have they?
No, they lost to but Arkansas beat Tennessee.
Arkansas beat Tennessee. Like you got.
And then Bama beat us.
And then Bama beat.
But then we beat Texas. But then we beat Texas.
And we beat Texas #1. And like it's just gonna be interesting what these standings and like
what the standings look.
Because like
when they finalize, I think it's gonna be. I think they're going to realize there's never going to be enough slots.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because even to an extent, I like the 12-team playoff because it is more entertaining. Yeah. And now what I do like, even though it's cool to have the undefeated season, it never made sense to me that you could take one loss and your season was over.
Like, no, I always thought that was
over. Your season, like, you take one, I'm 11-1. I could have had a Heisman candidate, all these All-Americans, but I took one loss. Clearly, we're a little salty still. But we take one loss and your season is done.
Yeah.
That never made sense. So I do like the 12-team playoff for that format, but I do think to an extent they're going to realize there's never going to be. Because even with March Madness, like it's a lot of teams, but there's always somebody that's like, oh, they should have made it and they didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, but
there's always going to be the team that should have made it. There's never going to be enough teams.
Though, like seeing it now, like because I think I always thought before they put the 12 team in, I always thought 12 was too big. Like I was like,
is the perfect amount. Because I thought 8 was perfect, but I think 12 is perfect.
But now, like actually going through it and like seeing how it's gonna work, like there's still some convolution on like who's gonna actually end up in that
convolution.
Okay. Is it convoluted? No, I think.
No, you said it right. I was just more like, hey, okay.
Yeah, tight.
I was more okay. Nice word.
And like, who's gonna actually end up in the final top final 12? And I'm just like, it really is interesting and exciting just to see like who's gonna end up where, like who's gonna end up, because a playoff home game, nuts.
I ain't gonna lie. So hear me out. Clearly, you want the number 1 seed.
Would you rather playoff away?
That's what I'm saying. Well, hear me out. Clearly, you want the number 1 seed because it's like, bro, everybody's aiming to be number 1. But to an extent, I can't. It would be cool because you don't get that. If you get them top 4 things, you start playing at them sites.
Let me say this.
It would be cool to get a playoff home or away game, just to be the first.
I almost hate to say this. Because like I almost prefer away games more than home games. Like, and like I hate to say this on here.
You gonna make the fans
I hate
mad.
to say this on here, but like away games just be different. Like, and it doesn't. Let me not say it gets stale being home games, but like I mean, we all know like the recent home games have not been what I just remember coming in as a freshman.
Tennessee game my freshman year was the best game. Was the best game I've ever been at.
Favorite game.
My favorite, including the national championship.
Yes,
Tennessee was the best game I've ever been a part of since I've ever played football. My freshman year.
I'm losing my voice the whole time.
Losing my voice. Didn't care. The rain was perfect. It felt like a movie. No, that was the best game I've ever been a part of.
And like you could put that on whatever. You could put that on whatever factor, like our record recently or
whatever you want to say.
The game, the flow of the game, but like. I mean, Texas, we speak for Texas, Alabama, we went to Alabama, we went to Kentucky. I mean, all those games, all the away games I've been to this year has just been
crazy.
Vibes have been different. And shoot.
Georgia fans, I ain't gonna. You hear I'll say this. I'm just
seeing what I said.
Out of respect, you can tell because we love you. We love you guys. Yeah. We're trying to say it the kind way.
Yeah, like it's just.
But I will say, read between the lines. We need y'all. We love y'all and we need y'all. Y'all got to read between the lines.
And like I feel like if we had a big home game. Georgia would show. Well, I would not expect.
We know you can do it.
We would know y'all show. I'm just saying from the games recent. I think if I had to choose between a away home playoff game or a home playoff game, I might.
At this point, the fact that we decided, take that as a call to action. Don't take it as hate. Don't take it personal. Do some reflection.
I'm just choosing.
Do some reflection. You always got to look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror.
Tell you, man.
We're not the only. It's not us two. We got other people on the team. The coach saying it. Y'all got to look in the mirror at some point. We got Sanford's supposed to be on lock every time. Come on.
That's supposed to be the advantage.
That's supposed to be the crib.
That's supposed to be the advantage.
That's all I'm saying. Come on.
This is what it is.
Even though I'd love to say y'all are loyal regardless, I'm hoping a big Texas win, puts a spark under y'all ass a little bit. But come on. We could do that. We're Georgia Bulldogs for a reason.
Yeah. So like specific, I guess let's go back to the Texas game specifically. Who you think showed up? Like, what unit you think showed up a lot?
You got it. I mean, there's not another. Well, okay. If you want to break it down by sides of the ball, defensively, you cannot say anybody. But not to say everybody didn't ball out, but the front seven, the D line.
Yeah.
And then J-Walk kind of goes back and forth between linebacker and edge. Yeah. So like you kind of give them both, but like that front D line was insane.
Yeah. That was striking.
I don't know what, like, bro, it was insane. It was what we had 8 sacks. I know Dalen had 1, so if you give them 6, like, bro, it was nuts. Like, J-Walk looked unstoppable. Michael started getting going. Then it was just like, Damon started going. I ain't gonna lie, it was starting to look.
And I don't think everyone peeps, but like the strikers, our Christian, Nas, man, they was doing what they was supposed to, man.
Hey, and I ain't gonna lie,
they couldn't get nothing. How many yards did they have total? I think they had like 20. 30, 40 something rushing yards.
I'm not even trying to be like one of them, conspiracy theorists. But when Arch Manning came in the game, I don't care what they say. I know you were at the game, so you couldn't see it. But like for you guys that don't know, not the whole team travels to away games. About half the team goes. Yeah. A little bit under half or over half.
Yeah, 70.
70. We have 130, so it's a little bit over half.
Yeah.
So we were staying back. It was me, Branson, KT, Jameer, and Gannon. They watch it at my place.
Yeah.
We're watching the game on the like ESPN coverage of the game. When Arch came in the game, they already had the graphic made showing his highlights. They showed Quinn Ewers dropping down versus Rise. Like they had graphics made. I was like, bro, they setting the moment.
Bro,
I was like, they're trying to set.
So nuts.
I know people. If you're not like, some people don't believe in those things. They're like, oh, that's not real. I don't care what you say. Dumb things be forced. They were trying to set a moment for that boy, bruh. And then the penalty, and then as soon as they did that, that's when they started throwing like the trash cans.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, they trying to set the moment for this dude. They trying to give this boy that moment.
That, it be killing me because Quentin Ewers is a great quarterback.
I actually
he's such a talented.
I will say this. I actually didn't. Arch is a great quarterback. I'm not saying he shouldn't play. I didn't understand the benching. I didn't think Quinn was the problem.
I'm assuming because the thing is they brought him back second half.
I thought something had happened on the sideline. I thought something had happened.
I think something
something had to happen.
He might have been like beaten up or like he just needed a second to calm down, like maybe something like that.
Yeah, I thought it was one of those because when things were going wrong for them, I know he had threw the pick. But Dalen made a play.
Dalen made a play on that.
Dalen made a play,
yeah.
And even the fumble, Dalen also made a play. I don't think anything that was going wrong you could have really blamed on him. But again, I'm not in there. I'm not on their sideline. I'm not in their huddles. I don't know what's going on. But I actually didn't understand. Archer's a great player.
Me neither.
He's dynamic, but I didn't understand.
More legs to the game because once they try to he tries to run.
Yeah, he can run. He can run. He strides. I will say I know they said he could run, but like when you see it, he's a long strider.
But like, I personally, from like an outside looking in, like I don't understand.
I didn't get it either.
I don't understand as a Texas fan, you can make it seem like your quarterback is so trash that you need. Oh, it's Arch's time to be up. Like, because
I didn't think he was messing up.
When he came in,
he didn't do much.
Stadium was like, they got so lit.
That's what I'm saying, bro. They making that moment, bro.
Like
he's a Manning.
It's time. Like it's the name. Bro. It's the name. Obviously, name carries a lot of weight.
When I know, like I said, you're in the same, so you can see. So when they had the commercial timeout, as soon as Manning or Arch came in, the next commercial was Peyton Manning and like two other people for hosting the CMA Awards. You know, they had like the commercials would be 2 minutes, but you see like 3 or 4 commercials.
Yeah.
The whole 2-minute commercial was just Peyton Manning. And then next thing you see is Arch Manning graphic. I'm like, bro, nah. I'm like, y'all not gonna do us like that.
That really be killing me though. Like I just imagine like, especially because I mean they probably have a good relationship.
Of course,
that's expected. But I do think it's weird, like the way they go about it.
To an extent, it's the same thing as Bronny. It's the same situation as Bronny.
Yeah,
all the players say Bronny is cool. I mean, Jackson that played with us says Bronny's one of the coolest teammates he's had.
Yeah.
But then in the media, they're always going to try to portray like, oh, the teammates don't like him because they feel like he gets
that's
more attention. And I'm like, the player is probably, like, Arch is probably, I mean, we met Arch when he was getting recruited. For guys that know, Arch was getting recruited here.
Yeah.
We met Arch. Arch was a cool guy. I mean, I'm not going to say me and him are best friends. I don't talk to him. I don't got his number, nothing like that. I'm not going to claim that.
Yeah.
But the 5-second conversation I had, I'm like, this is a pretty humble, cool guy.
Yeah.
So I would assume he's that same way at Texas.
Yeah, that's a great comparison.
I think it's the same way as Bronny. And honestly, to an extent, same way with Shador and Shiloh.
Yeah. Only perspective I got is from the media. Like they obviously make
it's always gonna be the media.
Oh, Arch this, Arch that. I'm like, bro, like you're starting QB.
Like that one thing when
it's possible first, second round pick.
When Shador was performing the concert and they're like, oh, Deion Sanders forced the team to go watch Shador perform a concert. And then they came out and they're like, bro, our starting quarterback was rapping at a main concert. You think we weren't? And it was free. He opened for like I forgot which rapper it was, but it was like a B-list rapper.
Tight.
But it was like it's in Colorado. What the hell else is there to do? No offense, in Colorado.
Yeah.
If Carson Beck was performing for whatever rapper in Atlanta, and he was like, yo, I can get all y'all for free. You think half the team wouldn't be there?
Yeah, no, for sure.
You talking about, oh, he forced them? No, he didn't. The team went to go see their quarterback perform. Yeah. I'm trying to go see Carson rap.
It's like, bro, I'm gonna be
even if he's terrible, like I want to go see, like it's gonna be funny.
Yeah, no, for real.
I'm gonna support him. I'm gonna go do it. Like I don't care. I'm gonna go do it.
For sure.
It's whatever. Like they be forcing that stuff.
Yeah, they do. That's just what their whole role is to make a story.
They always got to make. Even honestly, with I'm not gonna do the sign, but everybody knows it. Cash with the horns down.
Bro, that was so funny.
Bro, they did. Y'all,
that was so funny too.
Whoever that reporter is, I'm not gonna lie.
Because they insinuated.
I know I always say I'm not talking trash because I'm really the way media be like twisting stuff. I never want to say the wrong thing and get canceled or get mixed up. Mm-hmm. You a grimy dude. You a grimy dude. Why you do my boy Cash like that, bro?
Yeah.
He was just like, he was chilling on
bro.
Can you do that? Sure. Click, click, click. Like,
and they,
you know damn well that's not how he was trying to portray.
I think he had it for like 3 seconds, like a second.
That's and as soon as he throws it up, you just see click, click, click. I'm like, bro, come on. Like, Cash was not trying to do nothing like that.
Bro, they got him. But
like,
now he a meme, bro. That's gonna be.
It worked because we won.
Kirby visor, Kirby vision.
Kirby visors, Kirby visors. They all got them. Nah, that meme they got a Kirby at the stadium with looking like Palpatine,
Vader, bro.
just eyes. I'm
locked
like, bro.
in. That wasn't even. You want to speak on the refs? You want to speak on the refs? Because that game, the officiating, that game.
Hey, I don't know if we can.
Nuts.
I don't know if we.
Who they gonna find? Who they gonna find? They gonna find
me?
We
don't get paid.
They gonna get fined. They gonna find me.
Your tuition's double.
You're
in debt.
Bro, no, because for real.
Nah, it was, like I'm telling you, bro, like I said,
egregious calls.
That was part of my thing. I think they were trying, like, I mean, I actually feel more comfortable? If the boss man said it, and he said it on TV. He said it on TV.
On ESPN.
They tried to give it to him. That game was, like, bro, that was bad.
It was egregious. It was
that
egregious.
Was bad.
Like, because it started off, we're not even going to talk about the targeting calls. We're not going to, because that's at the end of the game. Like, it just is what it is. Like, I'm not even going to care about the targeting calls. Because those are all usually hit and miss anyways. There's a specific PI calls that I just remember.
PI calls that we didn't get. Holding calls we didn't get.
We'll never get holding.
No, but the one where they got the bomb when they were backed up and he was in the end zone.
Oh yeah.
No, like Percy's shirt was as long as the couch.
You could. It's like
it's one thing to say there's holding on every football play, but that was insane.
I think I distinctly seen a stat that Georgia is the least flagged team when playing against any team. Oh, like Georgia. The other team is the least flagged team when playing against us. Bro, what was the them calls were insane. The one Percy's shirt was like this. Yeah, I seen it. Like he's literally full on.
The call on Arian, the pick that they called and they reversed, and then when they started throwing the trash, I see the argument to say that it might have not been a penalty, but based on the rules, you cannot reverse that call. Once you make that call happen, you cannot reverse it. It is what it is. They missed it.
Because they made bad PI calls.
And I know we're not, like I say, the boss man said it. He didn't necessarily say this, but I forget which ref it was. That tall one was not trying to give us shit. Every time he had to make a call for Texas, that boy stood up, chest out, penalty, Georgia, XYZ player, whatever.
Yeah.
He had to make a call on Texas. It was almost like this boy, like, you sure? Like, we really got to, call? I'm like, bro, damn, bro. Yes, it was holding, bro. Yeah. Throw it, yes. Yeah. Like, it was like all the calls he made, it was he whisper it when they do something wrong. Like, Georgia or Texas penalty. I'm like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if he was the L ref or the R ref. They have the letters on the back. I just remember he was the tallest one. Yeah. I was like, bro, come on.
It was getting me, bro. Like, it was just,
It was looking bad. But
I mean, that just comes with the game. Like, that really, like, we can say what we want to say, but like, you will get games like those. Like, games where to an extent,
I don't want to bring it up with our game because, like I said, I'm going to try to avoid controversy, so I'm going to bring it up with other teams because I will say it. Miami, I don't know if you've watched them. They've been getting a lot of, you think it's the conferences or, these sports betting? Because Jameer said he thinks that sports betting is starting to creep into, the actual, how the games are officiated. Because there's, or the conferences like Miami not really having a strong ACC team contender for the playoffs.
Yeah.
They're trying to push up the Miami and Clemson because those are their two powerhouses.
So are they getting a lot of calls that you think they should?
I don't care what they say. Miami beat Virginia Tech and Virginia Tech called a Hail Mary and they said it was incomplete. To this day, I grew up a Miami fan, so I'm talking from just straight up the fairness of the game. Miami should have lost. I think that dude caught that ball.
Yeah.
And then they called a fumble back yesterday that would have tied the game with them in Louisville that they said wasn't a fumble. He fumbled that ball.
Yeah.
Ball the same way Michael Force, or I think it was Damon when he hit it back.
They're trying to determine if it's
forward or not.
Yeah.
That ball, the dude's arm hadn't even came forward.
Yeah.
Put it even when it fumbled, he didn't even finish his follow through because it was already out.
Yeah.
They called it back. I'm like, some of these, it's starting to look. I'll say it's starting to look weird.
Yeah.
To excess, bro, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Why even play the game if that's how you're gonna do it?
Yeah, you get a lot of
I don't know if it's the betting or if it's the conferences, but the officiating this year, even in the NFL, some years it's starting to look like, all right, bro, what's going on? What's really?
Yeah, it's all. We'll never know.
We'll never know because they're never gonna tell us.
Yeah. All you can do is hope you don't get the bad ones.
Hope you don't get the bad one. But thank you for joining us on another episode of Beyond the Hedges. As always, I'm your host, Jacob Hardie, and this is my co-host,
Terrell Foster.
And we hope you join us on the next episode. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.